Hi, my name is Ellie Strange. I'll be talking to you about some costuming tips today. I'm a student at Regent University and I've been working in the costume business for a couple of years now, and I'm glad you've decided to come on this journey with me today. Things that inspired me in my past with costuming. I grew up with my mom. She has been a theater lover all her life and got me into it at a very young age. And during high school and middle school, she was the costuming mistress for my high school, Greenbrier Christian, go Gators. And I watched her as a child, just love what she does, have brilliant ideas for themes and motifs, and it's awesome to watch a story come together solely based on the costuming. I also really, this is such a musical nerd thing, watching the Tonys every year. I always watch it. It gives you a glimpse into the brand new costume makers of the world. Like a big one of the last coming year was the musical 6. You saw the neoprene on the suits and plastics, and it looked great. Just watching the Broadway world as like a guiding, where is the industry headed, almost. What are things that people like, don't like, use and don't use, what's cost effective and what is not. Some tips for costuming at least is know your budget. I like to think I have huge ideas. However, when you hit the ground running, you're going to be limited by budget. You want to, I don't want to say aim small, but think small and grow bigger on your way. Always use inspiration. I love to use inspiration from other productions of plays, whether it be on Broadway or regional. For example, during Talk, which I costumed for Greenbrier Christian, I took the idea of a storybook. So each costume piece had different patterns, which were all mismatched together. So it looked like somebody had literally sewn the story together. Like the girls' dresses were all the same color, all the same fabric, but each color was different, as if they were plucked from different stories and all melted together into one. Really know your time period well. I did a couple of weeks of research on 1890s fashion, which really was a clash of Victorian and Elizabethan fashion of the time. So boys had the tailcoats with the two tails in the back, and their pants had like almost a box of buttons, so because they didn't have zippers back then, or they weren't used that often. I always like to sketch. Sketching is a huge thing in my life because it helps me get my ideas out of my brain and onto the paper. I would say, okay, I can have these huge ideas. Is this feasible with fabrics that I can use, or what kind of patterns are available in the world? For Tuck, I made a huge coat overdress piece for May Tuck. It was a brilliant piece, but it definitely was a struggle because I've never made anything like that in my life. But we pieced together and it all worked out in the end, so that's great. Also, another idea that I always love, I use Pinterest, and I take different ideas from different cultures. So I love to use this example a lot. In the musical Natasha and Pierre, the Great Comet of 1812, if you look at the costuming really in depth, you can see there's Russian clothing from the 90s. Whether it be like a jacket that has like a face on the back, or like a wolf sleeve. It's really interesting to see what things have inspired people and how little details can go back to something as minuscule as a scarf that they saw on a Vogue picture from the 90s. It's really interesting. I love that in costuming, at least, you don't need the story, almost. The costume, if you do the right thing, should tell the story as you go. It's really lovely to watch. I keep using Tuck, but in Tuck Everlasting, there's character Winnie wears a little boy's clothes that was Miles' son. I took the liberty of having some vests, and in the vests I had the same style, same color, same everything. I had embroidered the vest with things that May Tuck would have embroidered the same on the child's clothes. It's really interesting that details you wouldn't even think about while you're sitting in the audience from a show, the care and the detail that has been almost pushed into every piece. Every piece was made with love and care. care and respect. Everything should be adding to the story, whether it be from character or plot, or just love for culture. Thank you guys for joining me today. I hope you have a great time exploring the world of costuming. And thank you for watching. See you guys later. Bye!